Every day, fishermen from the far north of Scotland leave port for some of our planet's most ferocious seas.
Watch your sail, boys! Hang on!
This year, bands of brothers battle to survive a brutal winter, horrifying injury, and their darkest fears. The most dangerous job in Britain just got tougher. "50 miles off the Shetland Islands, one of Scotland's most successful pair trawling teams is hunting for haddock. Skipper of the Rosebloom is Sandy McClellan, now 32. He started in the wheelhouse as a teenager.
If you can imagine a 16-year-old boy being given a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, it's the feeling of that wouldn't even come close, really. Well, for me, anyway. When you're passionate about it, it's what your whole life's about, really.
The boy John is the other half of Sandy's pair team. It's skippered by his younger brother Drew, 28.
Drew's quite good to work with. He's got a half-inch fuse. He fires up pretty quick, but when it's your brother that says something that you don't agree with, you just snap when you disagree. He puts his head out the window and he's got a scowl. He's got a scowl at you. You're free to speak to him and that. He reminds you of a wee terrier dog snapping at a bone.
And Sandy's not always right, skipper of the Rosebloom, you know. He likes to think he's always right, though. But he could sail snow to an Eskimo. Yeah, he would try. Tell you the moon's green, actually.
Drew's probably 95% or 99% perfect, but I pick on the 5% or the 1% that I've got a problem with, not on the 95% that's good.
Here he comes now, look. Wait till you see the smirk on his smug face. Now there's the boss himself looking out for a looky look.
There's the wee terrier, eh? A scowl coming out the window there. What's all the smiling for? What's all the laughter for?
Tail going over into the window.
That's him giving me a jip now. Even the way I'm standing out the window, he's picking on me.
But he hasn't got a clue of it now.
He told me get my elbow in from outside the window. I'm not a boy racer. He says it's not a Nova you're driving.
If I'd Sandy, sometimes I could throttle him.
Come away, Roach! Throw the line! Throw the line!
Shut up. My granny would throw it further than that.
Pair trawlers hunt as a team. A quarter of a mile apart, they tow a single net between them. The bigger the net, the more fish you catch. The boy John passes her half of the gear to the Rosebloom for hauling. Large haddock are getting the best prices at market. But after 2 days at sea, the pairs have still to find them.
I hope he's a good big tally this time.
The haddocks are just unbelievably scarce. Just really disappointed because that was a choice daylight haul. There's not as much of them as I would like. That's good haddock. That's what the buyer wants. Just lovely fish. It's nice and fat. That's what we're after. That makes you tick. You can just imagine that with chips. I think I'll take this up into the wheelhouse with me and keep it there so I know what I'm looking for.
150 miles out in the North Sea, another band of brothers are also struggling to earn a pay. Prawn trawler Fruitful Bow has been caught out by the weather.
Fruitful Bow against you?
I tried though. Is that this start?
32-year-old James West is not the only skipper taking a chance, fishing the 15-foot swell.
Okay, cheers for that now, okay. There's quite a lot of boats jammed into this area just now. We've got our little boat here, which is 20 metres long, but we've also got our full rig of gear, which spans out to about quarter a mile behind us, and that would be a huge danger if we get tangled up with some of these other boats.
400 feet below James, an intricate two-net rig is scraping the muddy bottom for prawns.
We've been out for a day and a half now. I've only had 3 hauls. One of them was good, 2 of them was pretty rubbish. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what a smart move to come out. But we're here, we're out, just to make the best of it.
But the lack of prawns hasn't dampened the spirits of James's brothers.
What am I doing? How's that for balance?
24-year-old Andrew joined the boat 4 years ago. His older brother Robert, 28, is the first mate and his boss.
Me and Andrew, we're out trying to compete with one another to try and get our net hauled the fastest, trying to get short the fastest. No competition, like. I always ran. I shall see.
The fight is on. The gloves are off. Little love is lost between the brothers as they enter their ring, the quarterdeck. Robert's in charge of the port net. Andrew's against him on the starboard.
It's happening to Team Bombay.
Come on, behave.
What's all right, B.O.?
Here we go, here we go. Full speed.
With the haul on board and the net straight back in the water hunting more prawns, the crew check the catch.
Still not a lot of prawns there, but they're a better size of prawn. As you can see, we've got more medium than small already. The important part of it was, in the quarter, I was shooting the port net, and my net took more than the starboard net, the one that he was shooting. Admitted. Robert's net is fishing better, but you'll find out that the port net I always gets a new gear. I get all the crap sweeps and wires and nothing. Poor workman always blames his tools.
Stop fighting, boys. Stop fighting. Tom, we'll put Tom in to separate him. Give him a clap in the log. They have a thing for their working on deck. They're very competitive with one another, and I entice that at all. But I do try and encourage it because it all helps me. If they're having a race, it suits me fine. They're going to be faster at doing their work better.
I think it's basically just because I don't like being told for today. And Robert likes to tell me. I think he still sees me too much as his little brother. That's what he is. He's always going to be the little one. Right, that'll never change.
I kind of sock him. If I'm going to do it before out, they kind of sock me. But again, what happens? But luckily enough, I mean, we have a great relationship, or we get on well, and we're all pulling in the same direction.
James is doing pretty well this year. He was up there. He was up for Young Fisherman of the Year and then got it. He got Young Fisherman of the Year, so that was quite a big achievement for him, I think. Like,
but we're a part of a team. I mean, say I'm just picking up the award, but I try and pass that on as far as part of my team. I mean, see, that's my brothers, my crew, my father, they're all part of it.
As a prawn skipper, I wouldn't have seen muckle people past him. Like, I think that's just maybe just biased, I suppose.
In December, James was jointly awarded Young Fisherman of the Year with the other leading skipper of his generation, Sandy McLennan of the Rosebloom.
Myself and James are very similar. I would say really we're both very determined, both put in a lot of effort. We're both skippers, but with younger brothers that try and do well and make things succeed. So, no, I was very pleased to get it. Oh, it was a great honour.
The pair trawlers have wasted the last 2 days hunting for haddock. Just as they start to enjoy perfect fishing conditions,
Something's wrong with the net. We've tried stopping one boat and keeping the other one going and vice versa, and we don't seem to be shaking off whatever's wrong.
There's a lot of weight hanging in the chains at this side this time for some reason.
We're going to have to haul up the trawl and take a look at it, see what's causing this problem.
whatever the mystery weight, the rose-bloomed 10-ton winches are struggling to lift it.
Can't see it yet, but there's some sort of heavy obstruction hanging on this starboard side of the net here.
It's just too heavy to haul on board.
It could possibly be an anchor.
But Sandy has a crafty plan. He's going to single end the net, unhook the whole starboard side to let gravity tear the weight free.
We'll slack her back and single end this side. If we keep evening it up, we'll just flip and rip the whole wing off.
When we single end the net just now, if whatever's hanging in the net does not run down the wing like we're hoping it's going to, we'll be in big trouble.
If they can't get it back on board, there'll be no option but to cut away £25,000 worth of gear.
We've got a hammer, we'll need a hammer for it. Watch yourself in case that kicks back.
That's one side of the net away.
The plan fails. The weight is still tangled in the net. Their last chance is to cut it directly out of the mesh. To do that, they have to get it on board. Perhaps a single-ended net will be easier to lift.
Whoa! Right, try that, Dave. Keep going, two-handle.
Finally, the mystery debris reveals its identity.
Really, boy, big, thick steel hawser. Must be off a big ship or some oil debris or something. Oh, just watch you don't cut the headline. The damage is annoying, but it can be sorted, but the lost time, we'll never get the time back. That's her, job done. That's it clear now.
The steel hawser has cost them a smashed net and a wasted morning away from fishing.
Flipping nightmare. Nightmare.
To make matters worse, government rules have slashed the number of days boats can go to sea.
Flipping lads dumping stuff in the seabed. Time we can ill afford.
Drew may come from a fishing dynasty, but it was a family tragedy that first made him go to sea.
I think it was just, like father was lost at sea, and then we decided to go and build another boat. And it was just time to leave the school. You just thought, well, do this, because it's all you really heard about in the house ever, you know. Some days you really think you really made a brilliant decision coming to this, and then other days you think, well, I wish I just carried out my childhood dream and became a farmer, like.
When my father was still alive, he used to say, Drew, I think I'll buy a farm. Me and you will be farmers. And that used to aggravate me in a way, because I didn't like that nonsense sort of speaking. You know, I wanted a new boat and to get going at the fishing and get going, but the two of them were keen on farming.
Sonny doesn't know what a croft is, never mind work one, like, you know. He just lives and breathes the sea. Ever since he was just knee-high, he just wanted to be a fisherman, fishing. He was fishing daft, like.
He's toughened up okay as a fisherman, but some days the way he performs, I wonder if he's still farming.
If I make enough aboard here, I'll go home and buy a croft.
On the fruitful bow, it's the second bout between the brothers. Robert's out for revenge after Andrew's early win.
I'll kick his ass any day. Oh, it's fighting talk!
But once again, it's the younger brother who's top dog.
Yeah, again. The 18 ones to shot my mitts first effort. Right, champions. We are the A-team! Andrew doesn't think so, but I got my net shot faster than him. He's deluding himself. If I didn't win, it's because I let him win. It's simple as that. It's no competition, it's just... I just like to be better than him.
But all Robert and Andrew's rivalry is just wasted energy unless they find the prawns and start to earn themselves a pay.
You take a week off and you can't find nothing.
James is just back from holiday. His hunting and gathering skills are rusty.
Find the prawns, I can't even find my hand claspers. There we go. I feel if I do that, it makes me nice and nervous. Or nice stressed, and stress is causing me to get grey hair. So I've got to, like, throw the stress out my fingers or something. I just like pacing around. I sit down just now. Got ants in my pants.
There's one sure cure to James's stress.
Stop us!
A decent shot of prawns.
Hello? Whoa! Sure. No, it's not a lot. There's no way I could justify that as another lot. Looking at it, smell like a slap in the face. What a fine lecturer. I think James has been holidaying too much and they've been paying enough attention to the present.
For the brothers McClellan, the fishing is also about as poor as the weather.
I watched this shower coming on the radar, towed an extra half hour to work it in for the lads.
The nice Scottish weather.
After several poor hauls, at last they've pulled a decent catch to the surface.
Aye.
But is it the right kind of fish?
A good bit of bulk, but it's all black, you know. It's all black, like.
Black, or coley, is a plentiful fish, low in value.
He's saying it's all coaly that, so we'll need to go and look somewhere else.
It's haddock they want. Younger brother Drew's spirits have started to plummet with the temperature.
Oh, Jesus.
Not enough fish, they'll be speaking about mutiny. Somebody else to take over. What the f*** is taking so long? Bowling.
Drew's fishing blues
Just let it go!
are showing in his language.
Joe! A boot.
It's no surprise for first mate Ray.
That's just him getting excited, dishing out the orders. That's not how to order.
You join that tail on there, Bubble.
Just his way of getting the message across.
You join that one onto that there.
It does get a bit annoying to say the least, but well.
Come on, you two.
There's no Ireland. Most of the time.
Oh, dear, dear, dear.
Supper time, Andrew.
Yes, supper time.
Very good. Starving.
The crew of Rose Bloom console themselves with a taste of cordon bleu.
Andre really excels himself at the cooking, as you can see. It's all home cooking. There's not an awful lot of packet stuff for you, Andre, is there?
Yes, that is very good.
Andre, the cook, used to be a chef in the Polish Navy.
Stomach is full. And crew is happy, I'm happy too. That's all.
Very tasty, Andre, just absolutely lovely. Thank you very much. Sometimes in the harbour, some of the Boy Jones crew sneak over here at meal times when the new Andre's cooking.
On the Boy John, there's confusion over the identity of their more humble fare.
He said to me yesterday it was lentil soup.
That's it, eh? See the lentils. So being lentil soup.
What's up in the bottom? This is electric soup of the day, boys.
Today is it?
Electric soup. Water boiled up in a pan quickly.
If this soup doesn't turn the fortunes of the trip, it's definitely going to turn something.
On the fruitful bow, James West also needs a change in luck. The prawns are in short supply, and there's a gale coming.
It's up to about 35 knots, about a 4-7. The swell's picked up. They'll just have to be careful out there.
Down on the quarterdeck, it's round 3 of the brothers' battle. The faster they haul and shoot, the longer the nets can spend in the water catching prawns and earning money.
Fingers crossed again.
Andrew's in the lead. A hat-trick of knockouts over his big brother Robert is there for the taking.
Lost his chain over the side,
The
so
Viking
just going to
link's
see if I get
broken,
hold
the
of it
Viking
again.
link's broken. Just trying to snag it into the chain. You get the right pansy of moving that hit it this time.
Andrew has to rescue the chain to finish hauling.
Oh, that's sword.
The delay costs him dear.
Oh, not too fast, not too fast, not too fast.
It's payback time for Robert.
Oh, and that's that. Oh, beat up!
He's sulking.
Stop up! I am sulking. Stop up! It's pretty crabby, like. Been kicking his ass. I come out with half my broken chain. It's a fence.
It's also the bits for James. Another poor haul. With lethal seas due, he's not sure if it's even worth shooting the nets.
Looking at the forecast, we might have to keep everything on board for 12 hours. 2 little fish, 2 rubbish weather, and a sore throat.
A further 100 miles north of the prawn grounds, the Rosebloom and Boy John aren't making much money, but at least they're enjoying better weather. Sandy's been distracted from the poor fishing by a familiar boat on the horizon.
That's the Bucky D side. She used to be the registered Marigold. Sister ship to the same boat as my father had, the Heather Bloom. Unfortunately, she was lost along with my father. It's a beautiful boat. It just brings back a few memories seeing her. It was in the 3rd of December back in 1996, and it was a poor kind of night. We were fishing in the west side of the Shetlands, southwest of the Shetlands, and the net came fast on a seabed obstruction, and the seas, we were towing what they call before the wind, and the seas overwhelmed the boat, and before we knew what had happened, it was too late. We were scrambling to get into life rafts, and unfortunately my father didn't make it.
It wasn't very nice. We got the phone call telling us what happened at 7:20 or something on Saturday night. So ever since then, just that year after that, it just seemed to be like one big long day. You know, nothing seemed to be right.
That's a bit of the job. It's very hard. It never leaves you. in one breath it's like a lifetime away, in another breath it's just like this morning. I think you always, or I always think about it's not easy, you've just to get on with it sometimes.
Within 2 years of losing their father, the McLennan boys had built a new boat, the Rosebloom.
Sounds crazy, like your father was lost at sea and then the next thing you want to do is go and build a boat and just go and do the exact same job again. It does sound crazy. Like Sandy was only 21 when he took delivery of the boat, and brother Donald was there, and they used to say when we used to come out to Lochindra it was like a Sunday school picnic. It was just like all the boys getting out the van and that. It was just a crew of bairns. The average age in the boat, most trips when we got the boat new was 17.
I'm very thankful for my mother really for giving us a chance to go forward and get a boat ourselves. I mean, it's cost us so much, but at the same time it's given us so much. So it's very important to us, the fishing.
One of Scotland's leading fishermen is enjoying a rare day off between trips.
Oh.
In the drink. That's a really good swing as well.
No pressure.
Skipper Alan Watt certainly likes the water.
That's the big guys.
He's one of the country's leading monkfish predators.
He's a big lad.
Ho ho ho.
I think I'll have to get some scuba gear on for his golf bar.
Alan's first mate is Jamie Gordon. They've fished together for 16 years, a formidable combination.
You've heard the jack of all trades and master of none, but Jamie's just about a master of them all as far as the fishing's concerned. He's been with me for years, and he's a really nice guy as well.
Oh, get down.
His golf's not so good.
Tomorrow, Alan and Jamie return to sea. Overhead, mackerel skies warn of a poor forecast.
Somewhere a region from force 9 to force 11. So you're speaking about winds in excess of probably 70, 80 miles per hour. So that could keep a lot of the smaller sized boats in.
Alan hopes to use the weather to his advantage.
It could help the markets with the fact it hikes up the price a bit. So that could be good for us.
24 hours later, they sail in the Genesis for the Atlantic. They're in exposed waters, just 40 miles from Cape Roth. Alan hopes to take advantage of a market starved of haddock by winter gales.
We had a good trip here, last trip, so I'm just hoping there's still some fish.
But before they can find the fish, Genesis comes to a grinding halt.
That's a net stuck. One of the nets is stuck in the bottom.
We've got the whole lot back again. The whole lot.
Just stayed about 9 hours to shoot a twin net. Nightmare.
Finally, they get the net to the surface, but it's badly damaged.
All you need is a wee torn bit at the belly of the net when you've lost your fish. You just go right in and right back out again. So it doesn't matter how right your decision is to come to an area and there's plenty of fish. Get a torn net, you're wasting your time. Hopeless.
Alan finds he's playing catch-up before he's even started. The McClellan pair team has steamed 50 miles into a blizzard. They're on their own quest for the elusive haddock.
It keeps snowing like this. We'll need to phone the council to get it our foredeck.
We can get outside and make 2 or 3 snowmen. We get a snowball fight, cheer us up a bit.
Look at that snow now. That's like a Christmas card.
By lifting and shifting, they've lost a further 12 hours fishing time.
Definitely challenged, but not doomed.
They hope the dawn of a new day will bring a change of luck. But as the net comes aboard the boy John, calamity. One of the hauling ropes has snapped.
Leave it! Let go! Just a fruit up, like, just a right fruit up a day.
Drew's losing still more fishing time.
Just like murdering somebody.
And his sense of humour.
He's never normally just very cheery when he's just out of his bed at the best of times.
Get a rope to me, Bubble, please.
To make matters worse, the loose end has tangled into the axle of the winch drum.
Is that block snowed?
It's taken time for the crew to notice, and now there's 30 foot of cable spooled all over the deck.
He wouldn't like thinking that he was holding me back. Us waiting for him over here. That's always a wee bit of a contest.
Just leave that rope there for now.
If one of the boats does something wrong and the other boat's having to wait for it.
Drew has to cut the frayed ends of the snapped rope, then splice them together to make a clean join.
Where's the tape, Joe? Rubber! No! Just haul that buck in a bit.
The lads know what he's like and they try and keep everything right because they don't, nobody wants any hassle.
Pull it back in a bit. How much times have we done splices aboard here now?
They know he just gets a wee bit hot under the collar sometimes, and I think they just let it go in one ear and out the other.
Nobody's got a clue how to do all.
Just the same, I spliced it.
It's like water off a duck's back for first bait brain.
Sometimes Drew over, you know, has to be done at 100 miles an hour. So, you've no more ado but do it at 100 miles an hour. Just a simple case of over one, under one, all the way. Just like...
With the rope mended, the net is shot back into the sea. The pairs have lost a whole morning's fishing.
Every day it takes a different challenge.
Any women that want a job, just come and see me. Because they're the only people that can do 2 things at once.
Time for a cigarette, I think. The nerves just get it to me.
In the Atlantic, Genesis makes the best of the lull before the storm. In the galley, first mate Jamie's preparing traditional Scottish fare. Neeps, tatties, haggis.
Oh, hot. Oh, Jamie. Ain't them bust. I'll tell you, she's tasty. Try her all. Lovely.
Not so chuffed with the national dish is 20-year-old deckhand Nicol.
Nicol's diet.
Chips.
Cheese, chips, and sausages.
I'm allergic to fish, nuts, eggs, strawberries, peas, pulses, Doritos.
Can you believe a fisherman allergic to fish?
Well, if I eat fish, throat swells up. Swell up so much I can't breathe. That's me, kaput.
Kaput.
Gales strike Genesis. But a bit of poor weather isn't going to stop Alan. He's stocking premium-priced haddock. But something's not right. Some of the catch has slipped through the net.
Fish coming out cod end now.
The rope that holds the cod end together is loose. Fish are falling back into the sea.
Nickel! I'm saying, was it gone right closed? No, I didn't think so either. Fish was coming out after we took her aboard. Must have lost a good lot of fish, you know. In this particular trip, we're targeting small fish. The cod end needs to be tied really tight. Whoever tied it last didn't tie it properly, and there's some of the fish escaped.
It's Nickel's job to fasten the cod end.
It's the way it should be tied, tight, right tight like that. It is frustrating because you're doing your best to catch fish and the fish is going right through the net.
The hopper's almost empty.
Waste of time. Waste of time.
And the storm is building.
The weather's just too poor. It's unsettled the fish. It just shows you with the weather how you just turn the fish in just like that. Just unbelievable. It's not a good time to be up in the wheel. It's like a lot of pressure on you. This weather's going to change dramatically within the next few hours. I think it's a bit of a race to get in before the worst of the weather comes away.
Genesis is forced to pack up fishing and run from the Atlantic swell, seeking shelter in the nearest port, Kinlochbervie.
This isn't going to be the worst of the weather. It's going to get a lot worse yet. Hopefully we'll get a peaceful night's sleep, maybe.
Throughout the night, force 12 winds batter the port, gusting at nearly 120 miles per hour. It's a hurricane. In the North Sea, the 20-metre fruitful bow has spent the night head to wind with her nets stowed on board. Desperate to get the crew a pay, James shoots his gear at first light.
Aye, that's the nets away.
Now he's about to find out if his gamble to fish on in foul weather will pay off.
He's feeling poor, guys. We said the weather was going to be fine.
I'll get the forecast wrong all we got it so far, so it's a bit twist and manoeuvre.
Both nets look stuffed to the gunnels.
It's a better sort of sign there this time. Looks good. Really good. Woo! Up, up.
It's a colossal bag of prawns, 4 times bigger than usual.
There we go. Yeah! Get on the prawn! Up!
Well done.
At last, the boys have started to earn a pay.
Everybody's eventually starting to think, oh, money, money, some money now.
We'll get my mortgage paid now.
Now they've got to sort 40,000 prawns individually by hand. The skipper leaves the comforts of the wheelhouse to offer support.
I've been dying all week to get a chance to come get my gloves on and give him a hand, but when I've been catching it off.
I've heard James dying to come down it for my life. The rest of the time he just likes to watch Coronation Street. When you get big holes like this, you just got to get your head down and make your hands go like lightning. It's a bit like being a robot.
In this one haul, they've taken more prawns than over the last 2 days. grossing £3,000 in just 6 hours.
I am a star.
The hurricane has passed, allowing Genesis to offload just a few boxes of haddock. It's a pathetic amount by her usual standards, but the extreme weather might bring bumper prices. Alan is determined to turn his trip around, changing tactics to hunt for his favourite prey, deep-water monkfish.
It's time to get our heads down and get going again, and we're now playing catch-up. We're falling behind and we've got to grab a bull by the horns. I haven't taken a forecast today. I'm not going to take a forecast today. I'm just gonna head out for the deeper water. I'm actually at the point where I'm actually fed up taking forecasts and downloading forecasts. We're just going for it.
Before they know it, Genesis is once again battling the Atlantic waves. Alan's gambling that fortune will favour the brave. But the next haul pushes the gear beyond its limits, jeopardising a half-ton bag of monkfish. In these seas, anything can happen.
What's the code in? Most of the bog just now heaving back lots away. It's gone.
Just with the swell. Broken.
How was it going? Would you come up?
Yeah. Just blue yard, just right close up to the blue yard.
Oh, you saw it broken off?
Aye, just away from it.
The surging 7-metre swell lifted the 650-ton Genesis, forcing her to surf down a wave ahead of the trailing bag of monks and snapping the massive haul clean away from the rest of the net.
That's all that's left. This is where it broke to start with. Just cut straight across. With the swell and the sea just came tight, just broke it right along. Just ripped it right off.
That's the first time I've seen that. So, the brand new code in on as well, on the heavy working section. All brand new. A lot of money's worth good of us.
Maybe a chance you can pick it up.
Aye. Where are we going to see?
Alan refuses to give up on thousands of pounds worth of lost net and fish. He turns Genesis around to retrace her course, on the off chance the bag is floating near the surface.
It's like trying to find that needle in a haystack at the moment.
The weather conditions are just hopeless for. It'd be hard to pick up on a good day. Never mind this.
The McLennan brothers have also been plagued by poor luck. Now, over halfway through their trip, freezing weather, torn nets and the wrong sort of fish have left them running out of time.
How do I feel now? I'm as low as the bulges of the ship just now. You could scrape my face off the wheeler's floor with a shovel. Really bad. No, it's not a great feeling when you're no catching no fish, like. No fine at all.
It's frustrating, especially as the numbers of days UK fishermen can spend at sea have been slashed by the authorities.
At the moment for February, March and April, I'm going to be given 40 days to work out of a possible 89 days. So that's less than 50%. That's very restrictive. It's very hard going. If you try and put it in other words, if a supermarket was only opening its doors 50% of the time, how would they survive? It's very hard for me to make myself viable on such a short space of time when I've got, most importantly, crews to pay
fearsome frustrating, you know? You get so wound up, like.
That's a fine place there to put some of the people that make our fishing regulations. They would get plenty free time there to decide what's best for us and what's not good for us.
I'll just sum it up in one just small word if you just give us 2 seconds. Just to listen. This is it all summed up, boys. You're hearing this now? You're hearing?
Wasted days and wasted nights.
Wasted days and wasted nights, I would think.
Pretty good, isn't it? Very good.
The skipper hasn't lost his sense of humour anyway.
On Genesis, skipper Alan Watt and his crew are also wasting time. A whole morning searching for the missing cod end. There's little to laugh about.
We're not caring about the fish anymore. As long as we get a bag, that's more important. There's a lot of money's worth of floating in the sea just now.
Alan is faced with cutting his losses.
How long do you keep this up? The problem is, when you're doing this, you're losing fish at times. So after a while, it kind of defeats the purpose. You're losing fish at times. So is that going up, Jamie? There you go, guys. That's it. The decision's made. It's gone. It's finished. Forget it.
Very disappointed.
The crew are gutted that the bag has gone to the gannets.
It's just a disaster, this. Top of the fish you lost in your bag, it's fair scalp of money, like, speaking maybe £3,500, £4,000 maybe. It's a lot of money.
I've not seen this happen before. Even Jamie says he's not seen it happen before, and he's been to sea. How long's Jamie been to sea for?
90 years.
About 100 years.
That evening, the prices for the haddock landed in Kinloch Berwick come in. Alan's hoping for a top price of £80 a box.
Great news. Brilliant. Nah. The haddocks, the round haddocks, that means the ungunted haddocks made 36 quid a box. That was the bulk. I hope we'll land it. So.
The poor weather hasn't produced high haddock prices after all.
No, I got it wrong.
The fruitful bow's luck seems to have changed. She's enjoying a series of good hauls. Another huge catch, and the first of the 2 nets comes on board, while the second cod end is being prepared for the next lift. It's the most vulnerable part of the hauling process. Suddenly, it all goes wrong.
Hey! Hey! Engine stop! Do not let that bag away! Whoa! Stop! Oh, main engine stop.
James has lost power. He has no forward movement. The boat is dead in the water in a force-6 swell.
Lights has went off. What?
And the second lift is still in the sea. James has to work out what's caused this catastrophic failure and come up with an instant solution.
I think our bags went into our propeller, main engine stopped.
He thinks the second cod end has stalled the engine.
So looks the water strain, didn't do nothing to us until we get them into the thing.
If the net is in the propeller, they'll have to beg a 20-hour tow home just when they've found the prawns.
Still got a hold of that. We're trying to get it up to get a cod end emptied. But if we lost that, we're going to have to get it up to get a lift aboard. There's quite a bit of bulk in it.
James conjures up a plan.
Right, it's power broken up on. Run it back.
He hopes the auxiliary engine and the power block can crane them out of trouble.
Right, watch your ropes about stranded now. try lifting her.
With the power block attached to the net, they try to prise the cod end out of the prop.
Come on, clear, maybe. If you heat down, you get more power when you stick your heat down. Just wind her off a bit. Now we got enough slack and take a rush through that way. Good, farther.
The swaying power block, combined with the motion of the sea, suddenly releases the bag.
I can't believe the relief. I mean, see, I was just envisaging going getting towed in 150 miles from home. I'm taking a heart attack. Yeah. A real boss. I just want this trip to be finished. Right, come on in.
With the danger past, the cod end is brought on board. Not only is it undamaged, it's stuffed with prawns.
They're decent enough all the way up for the dock as well. You should be happy enough with that. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I went from shitting myself to peeing myself with happiness. Alright! Can't believe it.
I'll tell you just a prime example of this net out of being like shit.
Yeah, well, fish it again.
Fine, please.
Fish it again. No.
The McLennan boys' luck could also be on the turn.
Lots of them just throwing the tail in the window. First time this week, right in the window. Are you someone, Davy, eh?
At least they're making up for lost time. There's a massive haul of unidentified fish.
Maybe it's the haddock we've been looking for at long last. Better late than never. That'll keep brother in good tune. That's another bollocking I'll avoid. But he's putting his thumb up to me, so that's a good sign in itself. Because normally if he's not happy, he just snarls.
Oh, look at that! We've hit the jackpot! It's all megrams. Just about the whole lot's all megs.
Eh?
All megs!
A 20 of megs, that, innit?
Aye, very, very good, yeah. Good hop.
His tickler seems to be working. Wonder how his own tickler's doing.
Worth a fortune, that. Look at that.
Megram is a flatfish highly sought after on the continent. It's one of the most valuable fish at market.
Stuff. Look at that now, see? Bony megs and that. Look at that.
On Genesis, Alan Waters refused to let bad weather stop play. And his change in tactics to target monkfish has started to pay off.
Genesis is on the monk. It's a boys. Easily £3,000 worth of monks this haul, easily. Great to see it.
And on the fruitful bow, James West is making every haul count before returning to port.
Woo! Nice one. It's a decent amount of bulk there just now. One haul close up to getting here. Woo! A last meal together before we head in. Great, innit? I think everybody's pleased with themselves. Aye?
I would say I deserve 1.5 shares, like.
Aye, 1 share for you and half a share for your ego. Let's say grace. Dear Lord, we give thanks for this food. Blessed us. Amen.
Spam and you cannot beat it.
Right, have you got enough? No, it's been a really good trip. It's been a roller coaster. Started down, but we've finished up. Good shot.
After 9 days at sea, James West and the fruitful bow returned to Peterhead.
Great feeling this. It's coming back in. It's just the same as everybody else. Just love getting home from work.
friends and family are waiting on the quayside.
Hi, buddy. How are you? Yeah, penny for the pool. No, we want none of them. Okay.
First aboard is fish salesman and best pal, Stephen Mowat.
The thing I like about this boat when you see it coming in is the whole family's there. The uncle, the dad, the little brother, the whole thing. And I mean, that's what makes this whole thing work.
Great to see them all doing just ready to catch the ropes and give a welcome home. Okay. I'm Stephen Bohans. 2 times 5 a medium.
James' youngest brother, Stephen, is helping his older brothers unload the catch.
Stephen, will you start taking jobs down here? We need somebody who's got a wee bit of savvy about it. This is my younger brother. He's just doing one and he's 9 years old. You gotta be a fisherman.
Okay.
Nice, sure, yeah. Stephen's still at school. He's got a long time to mark up his mind. You want to get some pocket money for landing. He's gonna be a better fisherman than me, better than for every day.
After a brutal 9 days, the fruitful bow grossed £30,000. Our running expenses were nearly 15, leaving just half to be split between the boat, skipper and 5-man crew. Genesis battled through to land 250 boxes of premium monkfish, salvaging a weather-ravaged trip with a return of £50,000. On the Boy John, skipper Drew is also in celebratory mood.
It's Valentine's Day today, and I'm the only person in the boat that got anything at all. Look, I got my pen. I got an I love you pen. And I got a great card. Look at my card. 2 monkeys in the bath. That's just the same as us. 2 monkeys in the bath. It's very much like us and all.
Over on Rosebloom, older brother Sandy has returned to his first love.
Beautiful quality fish, that.
Haddock.
Just really beautiful. Beautiful haddock.
After all their struggles, the brothers have found what they've been looking for.
There's about 650 boxes down here at the moment. The boy John, he's 600 odd as well, so no, we're quite happy.
Yeah, hopefully everywhere we went Haddock for Sunday lunch this week.
Between them, the Boy John and the Rosebloom grossed over £70,000, finally turning a good profit after 11 days of struggle. Next time on Trawlermen, John Buchan's got something to laugh about.
A Loch Ness monster!
Extreme crabbing on the west coast. And in the bag, the long arm of the law catches up with the McBrides.
Every night I prayed to God that no other fisherman ever has to go through what my son and I has gone through.